Hey guys, Australian Boxing Central here with Michael Pretty Boy Zerafa and manager trainer Sam Labruna. First off, Mike, I know it's been a crazy 48 hours. It's been pretty tumultuous, I would imagine. We've heard Tim's team speak. You know, we've heard Tim speak, we've heard George Rose speak, and the media's been running wild with it. But you know, you got a chance here to speak your side of the story. So, how did it all play out for you? How did you find out about this, and what was your reaction? Was it your decision, or?
Look, you know, we got promised the world and nothing was delivered. You know, weeks prior to signing the contract, we stated that we couldn't travel, you know, because of the virus, and we weren't able to quarantine. You know, my team have families and businesses that they had to obviously look after. And you know, we were promised exemptions and permits and whatnot, and you know, my team were chasing that. Matt Rose and George were saying, yeah, they had them. They got this, they got that, and nothing was delivered. You know, we never pulled out of this fight. I wanted this fight. It's the biggest fight in Australian boxing. You know, Tim wants to get his hands on me. I want to get my hands on him. You know, I never pulled away from this fight. It's just a shame that, you know, my name's being slandered for lies, and everyone's believing it. And it's a real shame because, you know, I've always said I want to be involved in the biggest fights, and that's me and Tim Tszyu. And you know, I never pulled out of this fight. They expected me to go there with no team. You know, we stated prior that my team needed, you know, permits and exemptions to go back and forth. And they promised the world, and they never gave us that. My team, Sam and the crew, were always back and forth saying, "Where are they?" So, I mean, we never got those. We never got them.
Yeah, I spoke to Ben Damon Wednesday morning for about maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, and I said, Ben, let's put our heads together. It's got late now. We haven't got time to do bubbles and organise all that stuff, because I know it takes a bit of time to do all that and to organise all that stuff. So I understand that. But I said, look, let's put our heads together. Let's just move the show. If you want to move it 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I didn't believe that they would say, no, there's not going to be a fight, and we're done. Like, that really shocked us. I mean, when we found out, we all drove away in disbelief, to be honest. It was like, this is the biggest fight in Australia. They've lost half of the crowd due to a pandemic. They're going to lose a lot of pay-per-view because it's not the biggest fight in Australia. Mm-hmm. And they would have rather done that than just move it a couple of weeks. So, just to clarify, Michael never pulled out of this fight. And, you know, they still want this fight. You know, Tszyu wants it, he wants it. The only people I see that don't want it, to be honest, I've said it before and I'll say it again, is Matt Rose and his crew, because they might lose their cash cow, because we believe we're going to win. I don't see any promoter, you know, kicking the guts out of fighters the way that they have. It's actually a disgrace. And people that are going along for them believe it. You know, there's always two sides to the story. So before you make up your mind, have a good listen, know your facts, and then throw the boots.
Look, you know, again, you know, I want Tim Tszyu. You know, he stated he wants me and I want him. That's always been the fight that Australia wants to see, and I want to be involved in that fight. You know, I mean, the fact that it's panned out how it is and everyone's believing it is such a shame. You know, I'm not here to change people's opinion. Everyone's entitled to that. But I just want everyone to know the truth, that I didn't pull out of no fight. Like my trainers stated, you know what I mean? We asked for things that weren't delivered. We were promised everything and got nothing. And it's a shame that my name, like I said, is getting dragged through the dirt, getting called scared, getting called this, getting called that, when it's far from the truth. And, you know, like I said, I want this fight. You know, win, lose or draw, I want to be involved in this fight. I know I can beat Tim Tszyu.
He knows now the Rose brothers have come out and kicked him in the guts. It's disgusting. They're cowards. We're not taking backward steps. People want to believe that. They can believe that. But let me tell you something. I was in the negotiations, not everybody else. I was there, they were there, and they know the truth. And I'll tell you what, there's one bloke with a bit of integrity, right? And that's Glenn Jennings. He was involved in the conversations, and he knows that nothing was delivered because we've got it recorded. Where Glenn asks Matt, oh Matt, I thought you already were onto this. So he was taken back a step as well to know that these guys have done nothing. There's no COVID safe plan, there's no bubble, there's no nothing. Whatever they've said is just absolute rubbish. We got a government, they put a guy talking from somewhere and show me, hey, Rose, screenshot what you sent me and put it on social media. I've given you permission. Date, time, my email, put it on. Take a screenshot of what you emailed me, signed by the Victorian government, you done for us. You done shit. You don't want this fight, and that's all there is to say. Timmy, $1 million come to Melbourne, mate, and the fight's on.
I wanted the fight when it was meant to be there, but again, they wanted me to go there with no team. You know, there was plans that were promised and things that were just not delivered, like my team's saying. So again, everyone's believing what Matt Rose and No Limit are saying, but there was no proof. The proof's there. Like, there was nothing ever given to us. There was no exemptions. There was no permits. There was no hubs. They just said, "Oh, just come over," and like you said, just wing it.
You know, he was on the phone every day, Matt Rose. "Sammy, get Mick to talk the fight up, mate. Timmy's not doing the job. He's had guys ring me from Fox. You got to do the job with Mick and let's build this fight." You know, asking for all these favours, you know, because Timmy wasn't delivering.
Look, I'm not here to change anyone's opinions. People have their right to say what they want to say and think what they want to think. But like I said, the truth's here. I never pulled out of a fight. I want the fight. I still want the fight. He wants the fight. Let's make it happen. It's the biggest fight in Australian boxing. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of nobody. And I said, if it goes my way, it doesn't go my way, I want the fight. And it's the biggest fight that needs to be made. So, like I said, the truth's here. The facts are here. Matt Rose, you know, stop lying. You know what I mean? Like Sammy said, send the proof. You're telling all these guys in front of camera that I didn't do this, I didn't do that, and we didn't cooperate. You delivered nothing. It wasn't about me quarantining or not. They expected me to go there with no team. My team, prior to the contract being signed, we said we did not want to travel during the situation. And they said, "Oh, we got this, we'll give you that," and nothing was delivered. And look, all the best to them. You know, credit to Steve Sparks for jumping in. But again, it was like it was all planned. You know, they used me to build the pay-per-view. You know, off camera, do this, we need you to do that because Timmy's not talking. You know, they needed me to sell the fight, and then they didn't. They knew I was a risk. They didn't deliver anything that was asked prior to the contract even being signed. And now all of a sudden, you know, they've got a new opponent to replace me.
Sam, Michael, thank you so much. I'm glad you guys got to say your piece. It's a pleasure having you with Australian Boxing Central. Good on you, boys. Best of luck for the future. And Mike, we hope to see you in there with Timmy soon, mate. Best of luck.
I appreciate it. Thanks, heaps.